Hello Star Wars The Old Republic players! Today was the release of Game Update 7.1a. This patch will improve and fix quite a few issues that happened with 7.1 and improve some of the new features that we got with 7.1. One of the big changes is the Manaan Daily area missions will now reward daily resource matrix and tech fragments. Previously, before the update, the only thing you could earn from them was reputation to use on the Manaan vendor. But now you can actually make the Manaan Daily area a place for you to grind as well resource for your endgame gear upgrading. So it's definitely worth it now to run these missions. The other changes in this update are fixing a few issues. For example, SOA's encounter in the Eternity Vault operation has been fixed. Players were getting blocked from being able to progress that encounter. Legendary implants mini shield and locked and loaded are also now fixed and you should be able to upgrade them. So that's a quick rundown on some of the patch notes. I will be posting on the description below all the other patch notes. Meanwhile, there's a new short story on the official Star Wars website written by the new narrative lead Caitlin Sullivan, and it's a story that tells us exactly what happened with Sahar right after the ruins of Null flashpoint where she runs off with Datacron. It basically gives us a glimpse of how she feels about the events that happened during the cinematic, what she thought of her master, reflecting about seeing her brother. All those elements are in this short story that I recommend that you check out. As for some other updates from the developers on the forums, there's a new post from Brian Wood talking about 7.1 modifications and the feedback they're taking, as well as what's currently available and how to get them in terms of modifications. So I'm posting the link for that on the description below so you can see all the details on that. They also acknowledge that they're still working on the visual changes for the map as part of some of the UI changes that they're doing. They're also taking in feedback about flashpoints rewards in terms of how different some flashpoints are, where players don't feel as rewarded with longer, harder flashpoints compared to the other shorter, easier ones that get the same amount of reward but with less time consuming. So they have a forum post for that as well and are taking feedback regarding that. Meanwhile, for this month, don't forget that the Nightlife event has returned. It's already live and active, so you can go ahead and grind the Nightlife event until September 13. Don't forget that there's new weapons that you can obtain from the Emperor slot machines, but you can also buy them in the Galactic Trade Network because they are tradable. And they go for a decent amount of price depending how much money you have on the game. Other items are pretty much exclusive to the Emperor machine like mounts, pets, and one of my favorites, the High Roller Shades. There's also new slot machines on the VIP section of the fleet. These machines are called the Max Bet, where you sacrifice more of your tokens or your credits to try and get better rewards with the Max Bet tokens. Now, I only recommend using those machines if you have a lot of credits or a bunch of tokens. I wouldn't really recommend using them if you're starting out in the Nightlife event. Also this week, the All Worlds Ultimate Swoop Rally event is up. This is one of the more easier events for you to try out, as it's mostly just mounting and doing tricks and all that kind of stuff. Very easy to get reputations points from this one. And each of the gangs have their very own vendors. Not only that, but each of the gangs have their own unique story. So don't forget to talk to each leader of the gangs because they have a full-on quest mission chain that have at least 3 steps, each of them, for you to finish and get an achievement and get more reputation as you complete them. Meanwhile, by the end of the month, August 23rd, the Ragul Resurgence will return on Tatooine. So again, another opportunity for you to get Dr. Loken and continue grinding reputation for Thorn. And that's just a quick rundown of things with Star Wars The Old Republic. Just wanted to catch you up in case you missed out on anything. As always, stay tuned for any more news that we might get in the future. See you next time!